All right, shalom, shalom. This brother Nasi come back at you again with another video. But before anything, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Without much Nakabalaz Shasharala, that's given up honor to the elders of Israel, which are the elders of Jemes, who will teach well. And Wa Shalom, Wablabak Shasharala, that's peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. All right, so tonight, I basically just want to go into, you know, basically strengthening your spiritual, we should be in the mind frame of these things, because the things that are at hand and the things that we're going to be faced with in the upcoming future, you're going to need your spiritual to be strong, and that's something that Yahweh Shah basically, you know, pushed off and let us know, because by him telling us that in Matthew 26, that the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. We're gonna get what the Lord told us. All right. It's Matthew 26 and verse 40. It says, "And he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, What could ye not watch with me 1 hour?" It says, "Watch and pray." So we're supposed to be in a form of what? Watching. All right. And what? Praying, because we're watchmen. All right. And we also to be praying to Yahweh Shah. All right. Because without prayer, how can you get strength? How can you, be able to call on Yahweh Shah without prayer? It says that ye enter not into temptation. All right. So he said, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. All right. It says the spirit indeed is willing. All right. And when he was saying that ye enter not into temptation, he wasn't saying pray and ask the Lord that he don't bring you before, that he don't make you what a sacrifice. He was saying, pray to the Lord, that what your spiritual is actually strong enough, all right, to overcome, and fight the things that the flesh is basically going to put off, But with that, we have to, be mindful and strengthen our spiritual now, while we have the liberty, while we have the leisure, and while we have the time, Salakia. It says the spirit indeed is willing. All right. Your spirit is willing. All right. It says, but the flesh is weak. All right. The Lord lets it be known that what? Your flesh gets weak. Your flesh is going to get weak. All right. His flesh got weak, but what? Spiritually, he was able to basically what? Overcome. And that's why the Lord basically was what? An example. All right. He was set forth to be an example unto us, how we ought to walk and how we ought to be. All right. Because strength and power come from the Most High, But first we have to believe spiritually. That's all going into faith. Our faith goes into this thing, man. All right. So, really, it's something that I had been doing that I just wanted to push off. I had been basically fasting from sexual intercourse. All right. And, I basically went into some benefits of it, and actually I've really been feeling like real good, since I've been doing it. I've been doing it from Monday to Friday, haven't been doing anything. So it's just going into basically, killing your flesh, man, because we are, scripture say that we're crucified with a Mashiach, and make your body what a living sacrifice. We're sacrificing ourselves, man. Putting off the things of this world, and you will say these things, but when you want to look at you like you're crazy for saying that, fasting from, not getting buns, not doing what you want to do, that ain't nothing, but when you read it, 1 Peter 4, it tell you that what they think is strange that you run out to the same excessive ride with them. It's just basically showing that we're different, man. We're not conformed to the ways of this world, man. And also going with that sacrifice, Yahweh Shah was what? The ultimate sacrifice, man. All right. So by Yahweh Shai, all right, sacrificing himself for us, all right, he made it to where our sacrifices was basically able to be acceptable before Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You see? So when you bring your sacrifice to the Lord, man, all right, you should make sure that what your sacrifice is basically what sweet, man. All right. That's what you want to make sure, man. You want to make sure that, we're switching it up, and it's genuine. you know, because what something that I wanted to say was that the Lord, it said that what the Lord made Yahweh Shai, all right, what he was the propitiation for our for our sins, you know. So going into that, him being our sacrifice, and by him our sacrifices are heard. When you go into propitiation, it basically means an acceptable sacrifice for one, you know. So he was his sacrifice, which was himself, all right, it was acceptable before the Lord for us, you know. When they say that Yahweh Shah cried, I think that's in Matthew, when Yahweh Shah cried out with a loud voice and yielded up the ghost, it said, many which slept, which are his men, those dry bones, all right, because we were once dead, all right, it said that what? They arose, you know. And then you go into the scriptures where it show that we gained this breath of life, and sin, wounds, and flesh became before us, you know. So we ought to bear that burden, you know, and you know, afflict ourselves to the Lord, you know. And it's all to strengthen you, basically. All right. So the first scripture I'm gonna get is this: make not provision for the flesh. All right. So this is Romans 13 and verse 14. But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, because what? The Lord suffered, man. All right. The scriptures tell you that what? If we're joined into the Lord, we're joined into his sufferings, man. You see, but put ye on the Lord, which is what? Spiritual strength, spiritually. All right. Wearing that faith, you see, it says, and make not provision for the flesh. You see, and it just shows you that it's talking about making your what? Yourself and your body, what? A living sacrifice, man, which was commanded of us to do, man. All right. Basically abandoning the flesh, putting your flesh in subjection is basically what I'm hitting at, is what you want to, you know, you want to be in key, you know, and key in doing, man. All right, you want to attack in multiple areas, you know, because it's always it's basically good to strengthen your spiritual as much as you can. All right, it says, but put ye on the Lord. You see, because when you read up, it said, let us walk honestly, you know, and not in drunkenness and chamberings and wantonness. You know, let us not walk as the world do. You know, all of these things that it was naming was of the flesh. You see, but putting on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. All right. It says, but put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shamashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof, man. All right. Your flesh is what's lusting. All right. So let's see. And when you go into lust, it basically means, let me see, a strong desire, right? Desire, craving, longing, desire for what is forbidden, lust, you see? So the things that your flesh is wanting, you know, actually, you know, it's good to draw back from those things, man. All right. Let me see. Provision. This is what I really want to get. Provision. It says forethought, providential care to make provision for a thing. It's kind of like making an excuse or making an alleyway to, you know, aid or help. It says supplying kind. It says the action of providing or supplying something for use, an amount of, it says amount or things supplied or provided. So don't supply the flesh with what it needs, man, or to gain stronger. You know, the more you do things that are pleasing to your flesh, the stronger your flesh gets, man. You see? So which one is strong? You know, you have to ask yourself that, man. Which one is stronger now? You know, you just looking at the times that we're coming into, you know, and us knowing that what it's never too late, you know, because what we believe on Yahweh Shah Shah, we walk in his name, all right, and in truth, spirit and truth. We know that what we want our spiritual strong. So it's kind of like working out, you know, the muscle that if you work out on your right arm, if you curl on your right arm 100 more times than you curl on your left arm, your right arm is going to be way stronger than your left, you know. So you want to make sure that spiritually you're strong enough to overcome the things that are to come. You know, when the Lord said he was going to keep us from the hour of temptation, you know, the only way that the only way we're going to be able to be kept is if we have and hold fast to what we have, man. Because he told us, hold fast to what thou hast, man. Well, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time. You see? This is the Lord giving us what we need to keep us actually from it, man. You see? So you have to actually utilize, and, you know, I'm going to do a video on it. It's a picture that I seen. It was real spiritual. You know, I looked at it in real spiritual eyes. It said 2020, And I looked at it as for everything up to 2020, your time to being around, and then it said what you've learned. All right. And then it said 2021 under it. And, it says apply. So everything, I looked at in spiritual eyes, and everything that, you soaked up and learned up to 2020, up into these moments, up until today, and 2021, which is a couple days from now, it's going to be the time to apply it, man, because what this place is breaking down. All right. And everything what the prophets of the Lord was speaking of, all right, on those highways and hedges, all right, are coming to pass, man. You see? And this place is finna basically be in total chaos. Jacob's trouble is at hand. You see? So you want to be able to apply everything that you basically established and brought before yourself. But if you wasn't doing anything but feeding your flesh, that's what you're going to give to. You're going to be caught by that hour of temptation, man. You're going to take the vaccine. You're going to take the chip, so you want to basically be strong, spiritual, because everything is spiritual, man. It's not about what we see physically. All right. Which we should know, man. All right. So matter of fact, I'm going to get this, Romans 6. All right. Going into that, sacrificing. All right. So this is Romans 6 and verse 4. It says, let me see. Hold on. Know ye not that many of us were baptized? So this is verse 3. It says, know ye not that many of us as were baptized into Yahushua Hamashiach? See, because what we were baptized, when you go into baptism, it basically means by what the washing of the word, by the renewing of your mind. When we came into this ministry, we came into this truth, woken up to this truth. All right. We were baptized in Yahushua Hamashiach. You see? Renew, what it say, with that old man, put off that old man and his deeds. Everything is new when you come into this truth, man, what the scriptures say. All right. It says we're baptized into his death. You see, so we were baptized into his death, joint with his sufferings, man. All right. So we have to suffer. And what Yahushua came down and did what? He suffered in the flesh and put off the flesh, man. All right. Every time you look and you read things about Yahushua, he was always on a spiritual speaking, spiritual notes, parable speaking. He was always praying, things accompanying unto his, strengthen his spiritually, which he was already strong spiritually, but he was just showing us, man. All right, what we need to do to overcome that hour of temptation or whatever hour or whatever is meat before us, man. You see? He was showing us what we ought to do. That's why he said, and what to Peter, what? Watch and pray, man. You see, Yahushua was a walking example unto us, to how to strengthen your spiritual, so that when these things come, or if you're put in this kind of situation, you're able to overcome it through the spirit and power of Yahushua. Because strengthening your spiritual has everything to do with, having a strong faith and having faith in Yahushua. Because without faith, it's impossible to please him. And if you don't have faith, you won't make it through. All right. So it's just things to think about, man. All right. It says, verse 4, it says, therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, man. You see? It says that like as Hamashiach was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so shall we also should walk in newness of life. You see? It says, for if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, see, it's mentioning his death and, and everything that the crucifixion of the Lord, it says what? We're in the likeness of that, man. You're looking at our lives now and the things that we go through on an everyday basis. All right. It said, and the things that the prophets suffer, man, because every man have his own burden and walk in life. It says, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. You see, and that also goes to that First John, would tell you that what it say that what it say that what it say, just real paraphrasing, to say that what I forgot it. I forgot what it say. Hold on. Let's come back to me. Salakia. It say for we shall see him as he is, for we shall be like him. I know it's 1 John 3. Matter of fact, let me see. Salakia. We're going to jump back to that. Let me see. So this 1 John 3 and 2. Beloved, now we the sons of the Most High, but it not that yet appear what we shall be. All right. It does not yet appear what we shall be because, well, we're suffering here, man. All right. We're partakers of the death and that crucifixion of the Lord, man, because spiritually, if you can receive it, all they're doing is crucifying Yahweh Shem Shah all over again, man. All right. It says what we shall be, but we know that we shall appear. We shall be like him. You see, there's a precept going into that. So we shall be like him, man. All right. For we shall see him as he is, man, when the Lord's returning. All right. And see the Lord as he is even now, man. You see, it says, and every man that had this hope, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, in him purified himself even as he is pure. You see, so let's go back to that. Let's go back to that Romans 6. It say he purified himself even as he is pure. It says, know ye, verse 3, know ye not that so many of us as were baptized unto, I should have read verse 1 in 1 John to show that this goes into that being baptized, because it said, beloved, now are we called, because Yahweh Shai had to came and died, you know, so that we were able to even receive this, man. All right. And to Hamashi, to even be received to him. All right. It says we're baptized into his death. Therefore, we are buried with him by the baptism into death. You see, that's why I say that it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that we shall see him as he is, and we shall be like him, man. All right. It says, has raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life. You see, it says, for if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. You see, so we shall see him as he is, for we shall be like him. It says, know this, that our old man is crucified. So the old man is crucified. Everything that old man put off was according to the flesh. You see, because what? We are now newness. We are made new. You see, in what I believe is a scripture to tell you that what everything that's journeyed to the Lord is what new. But it says what? It says what old man is crucified. So that old man, when Yahweh was on that cross and he was crucified, that old man with us was crucified and hung up on that cross also, man. All right. Killing what? Off our flesh. And that's why the scriptures speak about us basically what not being partakers in sin. All right. Through Yahweh Shem Yahushua being crucified. All right. Because we read Galatians 2:20 and tell you that I am crucified with Yahweh Shai and I live by faith, basically. All right. It says, know this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed. So our body of sin, the things that we used to walk in, all right, the flesh is destroyed. It should never pop up. Is destroyed. So you're spiritually, right here, what we're reading is that you should be, spiritually thinking, looking at everything spiritual, like our apostles and elders tell us. All right. We should basically be flowing through the spirit, walking in the spirit, and basically having a strong spiritual aspect about ourselves, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says that henceforth we should not serve sin. So we are not serving unto what sin. And then it goes into lust, and things of the nature, what we have read when I opened up. All right. So matter of fact, I'm gonna get the scripture right quick. What that is. Galatians, this is Galatians 5 and 24. It says, and they that are Hamashiachs, are we not Yahweh Shem Yahushua? All right, because it said we were baptized into him. All right. It says, have crucified, and the Lord told you that my sheep hear my voice, they follow me. All of these things, just you could put all of these precepts within this. It says, and they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh. You see, so when I said that when Yahweh Shai was on that cross and he was crucified, our old man, our flesh was upon that cross also, man. All right. Which we're crucified now in our time. It says, have crucified the flesh, which the affection, Salakia. It says, I'm gonna read it again. I butchered that. It says, and they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. You see, so coming with the flesh, everything with the flesh deals with affection and it deals with lust. You see, and that's why the scriptures, I don't want to go too deep, but if you received it, that's why the scripture said that Yahweh took away Yahweh Shah's humanity. All right. It says, verse 25, if we live in the spirit, you see, we're always speaking about we're living in the spirit, being spiritual men, seeing everything in spiritual eyes, you know, not making provision for the flesh, not making excuse for the flesh, you know, suffering, you know, killing this body off, man. All right, denying ourselves, man. All right, if we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. So we must also walk in the spirit, and going into that walking in the spirit, we have to apply. So when I brought up that picture that I'm gonna do a video on, we have to apply everything that we've learned spiritually, all right, up until this point, man, in these coming times, because that's what's going to be our strength, and how we're going to be able to overcome. All right, so I'm gonna slide up and I'm gonna read this last verse. So this verse 17, it says, for the flesh lusted against the spirit. So it's a war, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go up to 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So we walk in the spirit and continue to do things pleasing unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that's our ultimate goal, is to please the Lord daily. You know, so we should be walking in the spirit daily, man, and applying these things daily. All right, because not only faith doesn't only come by things that you're saying. It goes by what your actions. You know, it says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit. So it's a war. You know, that's why the Lord told you that your spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak. You know, it's a war between the two, man. So that's, you know, it'd be hard. And it'd be hard sometimes when, you know, you're faced with something and you want to do it, but it's like, you know. But the best thing to do is follow suit with the spirit, and pull yourself away sometime. You know, like I heard a brother say one time, he was like, sometime, you know, you see a bad female, you want to talk to her, you know, or she want to talk to you, she hit you up, you know, sometimes it's good to say pull away. But, you know, Jake like, hell nah, you know, I'm getting them cheeks, you know, but sometimes it's good to pull away, man, you know, to strengthen your spiritual, to show that what your flesh doesn't have dominion over you, man. You want your flesh to reign, man. All right. Oh, it's a precept that just hit my spirit. I forgot it though. Dang. It's a precept that tell you, I'm gonna find it. Hold on, Salaki. Let me finish reading this. It says, and it says, lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other. You see, so it's the contrary. So it's kind of like the world and the Lord, you know, because the flesh want to do things pertaining to the world. All right. It says, but we should be way past the world, man. You know, that's another thing, man. That old man should have been there, is what we read. You know, it says, so it should be easy to basically, you know, follow suit with the spirit and do things as spiritual men, if the flesh and the old man is basically put off. All right. It says, and these are contrary to it says, contrary to the one to the other, so that ye can not do the things that ye would. You see? It says, but if ye be led of the spirit, so by them basically warring against each other, your flesh is going to try and overcome you to where you don't do the things that you want to do or what you're supposed to be doing. You see, but if ye be led, go into being led. If ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now watch. It says, let me see. If ye be led to lead, take with one to leading, by laying hold of this way to bring the point of destination. So if you basically I should have backed out, but if you basically follow suit with the spirit and what the spirit have you know, set for you to do, man. So if the spirit is telling you to do something, follow suit with the spirit. You know, I had did a testimony video where I didn't follow through with the spirit, and I wanted to lay down and continue to sleep when the Lord was telling me to do a video. And it was basically, you know, the Lord was giving me a mission, you know. Me doing that video was possibly for someone that was up at that time that needed to receive that lesson, you know. But by me not getting up and doing it, you know, you watch testimony video, you know what the Lord sent, you know. But you know, we just always want to follow suit with the spirit and strengthen our spiritual and not let our flesh have dominion over us. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can I think I spelled that right. Oh damn. Salakia. I'm trying to see if I can find that precept that had hit my mind. I think it said, don't let your it ain't this. Man, it's a man. Dang, I'm trying to remember what it said, Akim. Salakia, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Salakia, man. I really wanted to read that precept too. I just don't remember what it said. If I remember what, I don't even remember what it was. But if I remember what it said, I could get it. It basically said, don't let hold on. Come on, give it to me, Lord. Rain mortal. Whoo, Khan. Call like Yabashim Yahushua. There you go. All right, this is Romans 6:12. Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lust thereof. You see? So don't let what the flesh, which is reconciled to sin, because all the flesh want to do is do things committing unto sin. So, damn, that's cold, Lord, the water. It says, let not sin therefore reign. When you go into reign, let's see what reign mean. It basically means to be king. You see, have dominion, to exercise kingly power. You see, so don't let your flesh play on you and exercise its power upon you, because that's what it's doing anyway. You know, and that's what Satan is going to attack. He's going to attack your mind, fuck with your flesh, you know, trying to get you to move sideways, man. But we have to follow the spirit and trust and follow in Yabashim Yahushua, man. It says to reign of the governor of the province. It says, well, all the rest of that shit is really nothing. But you know what reign means, all right? It says, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey, man. You see? Let's get what obey mean. And then it says your mortal body. Let me get this. Liable to death, mortal. You see? Because what? These chambers die, man. You see? It says, so don't let your flesh reign in your mortal body, that ye should what? That ye should obey. What obey means to listen, to hearken, of one who, to one who on the knock at the door comes to listen who it is. You see, ooh, and that's beautiful, because the Lord tell you, though I stand at the door and knock, man. You see, don't open up the door and see who's at the door of the flesh. You see, rather give place to Yabashim Yahushua, man. You know, so when the Lord is knocking on your door trying to get you have, and that's crazy, because right here is basically letting it be known that you have the flesh knocking on your door, and you have Yahweh Yahushua knocking on your door. Who are you going to open the door to, man? You see, the rest of the world, all right, chose to let the sin and flesh reign in their mortal bodies, and that's why you get this right here. What I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. Let me see. That's why you have this right here. All right. What it is? This is Jeremiah 8:3. And death shall be chosen. You see, so the Lord is laying before you life and death. So the Lord is knocking on your door, and your flesh is knocking on your door, man. Which are you going to choose, man? So don't let sin and your flesh reign, man. You see? And this is not only talking about, you know, when the truth is laid before you, which ultimately is when it's laid before you, but, you know, any occasion, you know, to where you have an option to choose between the flesh and the spirit, you know. It says, and death shall be chosen rather than life. You see? And that's just the truth of the matter, man. Our people choose death. It says, by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places, whether I have driven them, said the Lord of hosts. So the Lord, let it be known that what my people are going to choose death. When I'm knocking at the door, and that flesh is knocking at the door, they're going to choose the flesh, man. You see, so us by being men of, calling ourselves men of Yahweh Shemi Shai, all right, we have to first believe. All right, we first have to call on Yahweh Shemi Shai and basically believe and know that what he is, and that we're gonna what open that door when he knocks. All right, so follow the spirit, man, and strengthen your spiritual man, so you can actually have the discernment and know, what is basically placed before you. We're supposed to be growing every day. We're growing. If you're not growing every day, you're dying every day. All right, so every day you should be doing something to strengthen your spiritual and please Yahweh Shem Shah, man. I watched the brothers in Des Moines camp, man. They said in a live stream one time, they was like, if you don't do something to please the Lord, every day that you don't do something, I believe Mathathia said it. He was like, every day you don't do a video to please the Lord, or every day you don't do something to please the Lord, Salakia. Every day you don't do something to please the Lord, that hedge, all right, that protection is at jeopardy, man. So you think about that. So and that was a beautiful point, man. So we have to take these things into consideration, soak these things in, and actually understand. That's why the scriptures say, what, with all our getting, wisdom is the principal thing. But when you get it, get understanding, man. So that when you get that understanding, you can actually apply these things. So with that, I hope that this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash, Nathar Mashnaka, Balas, Kwam, Shasharala, and Wa Shalom, Wapla Bakiyah, Shasharala. Till next time, Shalom.